Hey guys, it's Jen over at worldofjencraft.com, and this is today's project, or projects if you will, because there is 12 cards total, but we will only be making 6 of them, and it is based off of a 12 by 12 one-sheet wonder. So just a little background, I was searching Pinterest because I wanted to try out a one-sheet wonder, and I couldn't really find one that I was thrilled with, to be honest with you. So I found this one, and I can't remember her name offhand, but I will credit her in the blog post and everything. But she had 6 by 6 one-sheet wonders. And what I did is I took 2 of her 6 by 6 one-sheet wonders, and I ended up creating 4 out of them so it would fit on an entire piece of 12 by 12 with only a teeny tiny bit of scrap left over. So I did change up the dimensions just a little bit. So I'm totally excited. What we're doing is my create and take. You will receive 6 free cards with a $50 purchase, or if you go to $75, you will get 12, all 12 of them. And you will get the envelopes, the card base, the paper, everything's going to be pre-cut, and then the ribbon that goes along with it. So the details will be on my website if you're interested in checking those out. These are super, super simple cards, and you know, to me they half feel naked, but I think they turned out really super cute. So with the create and take, this is the Fresh Florals DSP. If you are not familiar with it yet, it's a designer series paper stack. And it has all of the 2017, 2019 end colors. So if you decide to go ahead and get the create and take, you will receive one of these colors. So it'll either be the powder pink, the lemon lime twist, berry burst, fresh fig, or the tranquil tide. And the nice thing about these is they do have a backside to them if you would like to use that side as well. So today I decided to go ahead and use for our video is we're going to use the powder pink instead of the lemon lime twist. And you know, I cannot decide which one I like of these better. I think I'm just falling in love with all of these new in colors. So now that I've now that I've spent time doing that, let's go over what I used quickly. So I have the Whisper White sheer ribbon, the 1/8 of an inch. I just used the basic black stamp pad along with several markers to coordinate. The Bella and Friends stamp set, but of course this would work with any stamp set that you have on hand, or it is super cute with the Bella and Friends. And I also thought about doing it with this little piggy, but I stuck with this one, so we may do it later with that. Now I used these different dies with mine, and you don't have to use any of the shapes on your own. If you don't have them, you can certainly just cut them into squares or rectangles or whatever fits your image or your sentiment. So I used the layering circles, or the layering ovals framelits, the layering squares framelits, the layering circles framelits, and the stitched shapes framelits for mine, just because, well, I love all the different shapes that you can get out of those. So let's go ahead and we're going to get started with our cutting. And I will have a PDF that has the directions on here that you can print out. So I'm going to grab out my paper trimmer, and we're just going to make just a few cuts. It's not going to be too long. So our first cut is going to be at 5.5 inches. And then you are going to cut this 2 inches all the way across. So you will have 6 2 by 5.5 inch pieces. The next cut that we are going to do, I guess I could just leave this down here, is going to be a 4 1/4 inch cut. And then we are going to cut this one 3 inches all the way across. So you will have 4 3 by 4 1/4 inch pieces. Lastly, you're going to have this 2 1/4 inch piece left over. And so we are going to cut this one to 5.5 2 times. So that will be 2 5.5 by 2 1/4 inch pieces. So now that we have this cutting done, I'll go over quick the other cuts that you're going to need. So let me get out my little supplies over here. You are going to need, now we're just doing 6 for this video, so that's why I only have 6 pieces, but you will need 12 5.5 by 8.5 pieces of Whisper White for your card bases. And then you're going to need 10 1/2 inch by 5.5 in the color of your choice. I used powder pink. 4 of the 4 1/4 by 1/2 inch, also powder pink. And then for our shapes, I have, you'll need 6 2.5 by 3.5 scalloped ovals, 4 2.5 inch scalloped circles, and 2 2.5 inch scalloped squares. Now, for time's sake, because I knew this was going to be lengthy anyways, I went ahead and I pre-cut and pre-stamped all of my images as well. And I have just a little stamping left over for those sentiments that weren't on here. So you are going to need 6 2 3/8 by 3 3/8 stitched ovals. And you're going to need 4, I don't know why I keep saying 2, maybe because it's in front of me. So you'll need 4 2 3/8 inch stitched circles and 2 2 1/8 inch stitched squares. Whew! Okay, so that's, that is it. So let's go ahead and I'll pull out my first card here. So this one is going to use a 3 by 4 1/4, and that is going to just get attached to the very left side of our card base. Once you have everything all pre-cut and ready to go, these don't take any time at all. I think, you know, most of the time that I spent on this was figuring out what stamp set I was going to use or which stamps. And I just love the Bella and Friends. You guys, if you're familiar with me and watching my videos, you know how much I love this stamp set. It was so cute. So this is going to get some ribbon put on it. So I just ran my adhesive down it. And then I'm just going to wrap just a little bit around the top part of it. And then around the bottom. And what I like to do is go back over where my ribbon is and apply a little bit more adhesive just to make sure that it sticks down onto the card. And then I'm going to place this so it is, so this edge of this piece is in the center of my little strip. Just like that. And then I'm going to grab out our sweet, sweet little puppy dog. And he's going to be adhered onto the scallop. And then I'm going to use Stampin' Dimensionals to apply the scallop to the card. So I'm just going to go ahead and place this in the center. And then I'm going to tie a little tiny bow, and you can tie your bows if you wish to put a bow on here. You can do these all at one time or as you go. I think last night when I was making it, I went ahead and just kind of tied them all as I, well, one time I tied them all as I went, and the other time I tied them all at the same time, so. And that's just going to get stuck on with a little glue dot. But I think I'm going to wait on that because I need to stamp my sentiments. So let's do that quick. And this one I'm using a thank you from the bottom of my heart. And then let's get our little bow stuck on. And that's just going to go down here. So card number 1 is done. I'm just going to set that up aside. And let's grab out card number 2. Super cute. And if you notice, I'll bring it up here. I did use Wink of Stella on all of the places that I either colored in. Now this card I went ahead and, because I didn't care for the way the coloring was on it, I went ahead and just stamped out the balloon on a piece of cardstock, cut it out, and then adhered it and put my Wink of Stella on it. So that one is going to use one of the 2-inch strips. And let's see, grab a card base. And then we're going to do the same. We're just going to put some adhesive on here and wrap our ribbon around it. And again, we're going to center the ribbon with the center of, or with the edge of that piece of paper. And I've already have this one, you know, pre-stamped and ready to go. So we're just going to adhere this onto the scalloped oval and pop the oval up. And I'm going to put this kind of up towards the top a little bit, kind of centered in here. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait and I'm going to tie the bow at the end. So that way maybe I can just fast forward through all my bow tying. So then I'm going to bring this down here, and our little sentiment is just going to get stamped down here. So I'm going to set this one aside, and that card is done. So let's grab out another card base, and we'll do another 2-inch strip. So let me pull, let's see, we'll do this one here. So, oops. These go pretty darn fast. And, you know, like I said at the beginning of the video, I don't do, I don't want to say simple cards, because I do simple cards, but these are even more simple than what I am used to creating. But I just really loved how the simplicity in the card itself, you know, the materials, the paper and everything, but then with the little puppy dogs on them, I just thought they turned out really super sweet. So even though your card is simple, it doesn't mean that it's, you know, not cute or anything. I think the image that you choose can make a huge difference in the card itself. So again, this is just going to go centered on here. I feel like I'm kind of repetitive right now, but that's, I mean, that's what these cards are. They're pretty, I'm going to bring this little guy in here. Isn't that so cute? I just love the little turtle. Now, for this one, I did decide to go ahead and I colored his shell in powdered pink, but still kept his body in the lemon lime twist. All of my images I did pop up, but that again is your choice. If you don't want them popped, you don't have to. It does help with, you know, not having as much dimension when you go to put them in the mail. So that's just going to get centered on here, and I will wait for my bow till the end. So, but aren't those just adorable? I love them in both of the colors. Oh my goodness. Such stinking cuteness going on here. Okay, so let's grab out this next one. And this one is actually going to be the 2 1/4 that I used for this one. So we'll grab out my card base. Excuse me, I have had allergies lately. I swear maybe just since, I don't know, spring started a couple months ago, and so excuse my clearing of my throat. Last week my voice was even kind of a little, you know, gruff and a little raspy. Alright, so this one is going to go on here, and we're going to put another strip on. So I have to tell you a quick little story while I'm doing this. My daughter was over on the night that I was putting these together, and I was trying to figure out how I could take these stamps and create, you know, 6 different cards out of this stamp set. And she says, well, Mom, and she's 23, so, but she's used to me scrapbooking and card making. It's pretty much what I've done since she was about, oh, I don't know, probably 3-4 years old. And so she says, well, Mom, she goes, why couldn't you take the turtle off of the stamp and put the little cupcake on and have him looking down at the cupcake? So I was like, oh my gosh, what a cute idea. So what I did is I took a Post-it note and I covered over the little turtle that was on this stamp because it comes all in one. Now sometimes I would actually just cut off the turtle, but I thought this one I wanted to keep it the way it was. So so I covered over the turtle with a Post-it note and then just stamped on the little cupcake. So my daughter, I think she's a wannabe sometime scrapbooker and card maker, but so I'm not gonna give up hope because she does other things. She sews and does some crocheting. Maybe when she gets a little bit older, she'll take up the card making with me. That would be fun. Okay, so I think that's all ready. And then this one I did not add a bow, but just decided to keep it centered and just have my ribbon as my embellishment on this card. All right, so we are almost done. This is going so fast. So this one here is another one of the 3 by 4 1/4, and this time I just put this one at the top. And that's just going to get lined up here. And we're going to take one of our 4 1/4, our other one, the 4 1/4 by 1/2 inch strip. And again, I kept this one just simple too, just using the ribbon going across on it. This is awful sticky stuff. Keeps sticking to my fingers. Okay, so there's that, and I'll grab out my little scalloped circle and our sweet little Bella. Oh, it looks like that one kind of got smudged a little bit, so I'm just going to go ahead and stick this one here. Now I did steal this Happy Birthday from the Sunshine Sayings stamp set because I was just looking for another little sentiment. You know, and even if you do, like if you use the Bella and Friends, you can totally choose other sentiments from different stamp sets that you have too. So maybe to be a little more specific with your sentiments that you're wanting to send out. So there's that one. And then our last one is the cute little parrot. I just love this guy. All right, so this one's going to be the 2-inch piece. And what I did is I put adhesive on all of my edges for this particular one. Well, I mean, for all of them I do. But then what I did is I took one strip, and this is the 1/2 by 5 1/2, so you're matching up. And I set it so it was even and halfway through. Now you could cut these into 1/4 inch strips and just butt them up against it if you would like, but I figured as long as I was cutting the 1/2 inch strips, I'd go ahead and just, this felt easier, I guess, to me to do. So then I'm going to go ahead and throw some more adhesive on here on either side, and that is just going to get set into the center of my card base on this one, or as centered as you can get. I used to have to take a ruler to measure it out to make sure that it was exactly in the center. But as the longer I've done this, and if you're new to card making, you know, things will just kind of start coming together for you. So where I used to measure, now that I've been doing this for a very long time, I can eyeball most things and have them turn out pretty darn close. even sometimes I'll even go back and measure it just to see how close I was. I know, it's a sickness. So now that we are on our last one, I kind of wanted to mention quick, there's a couple different specials that Stampin' Up! Has going this month. I don't know if you have noticed them or not. One of them is every $50 you spend, you get $5 back in the way of a coupon to spend in, or to use in August. So if there's anything that you guys have been looking at and wanting, I think July would be a great time to make that purchase, because you get $5 off, or $5 towards another purchase for every 50 that you spend. The other thing that is going on this month, I'm getting a little tongue twisted here, tongue tied. So the other thing that's going on is a demonstrator sign up special. That's what that is. So when you join Stampin' Up, if you've thought about it, I think this would be a great month for you to go ahead and finally take the plunge, because you get this little essentials kit, and in my mind I can't tell you exactly what comes in it right now, but it is on my website and it's also on Stampin' Up's website. But you get a fun little essentials kit, plus you get a stamp set, a holiday stamp set that is going to be released in the holiday catalog coming out. So it's not even released. And of course, when you sign up as a demonstrator, you get sneak peeks at new products before everybody else does. So it's a great value. It's a great time to be able to go ahead and make that plunge if you've thought about it. I am going to be having a little Facebook Live on my Facebook page. Now, my Facebook page hasn't been changed yet over to World of Jen Craft. I'm still kind of in, I guess, negotiations with Facebook on that. But, so it's Jen Scrappy Pages is what my Facebook page is. 7 o'clock on Friday evening, which will be the 21st. And I'm just going to kind of go over some of the different opportunities and benefits and everything that you get as a demonstrator. So if you would like to join me, that would be awesome if you've thought about joining the company. And I might add, it's really fun. I'm just having the time of my life with this. So, all right, so we have one of our bows was made, and then I'm going to go ahead and make up the other couple, and I'll probably just fast forward through this because I know this video is way longer than you probably want to sit through. All right, guys, here they are in the, I don't know which ones I like better now. They are both just super cute, either in the powder pink or in the lemon lime twist. Let me get them all out here for you. I think I can probably squeeze them in the screen. I think I'll do this where I have this in here. And so, cute, cute, cute. What do you think? Aren't those just the sweetest? So, and I really love the way the parrot turned out. I wasn't sure if it would turn out as cute, you know, in the powder pink as it was in the lemon lime twist, but either way, I think they're just super sweet. And I did put Wink of Stella on every single little image, so that way we had a little extra shimmer on there. So thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you stuck through this whole entire time, I know this is a super lengthy video, but I just couldn't wait to be able to share this to you. I had so much fun putting these together. If you would like, I will have the video along with written instructions and a PDF that has the One Sheet Wonder measurements and everything on there for you to be able to print out and recreate on your own. And if you would like to have the Create and Take kit, make sure to check out the website for all of the details on it. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the week, and I will catch you probably in a couple days with my next video. Bye.